birds. Birds fly in different directions. Just like birds, people have their own destination, and just like birds, people need to find sustainable way of living. With Petals, we want to give wings to women. We want them to be creative, to thrive, and to learn and to grow at the same time. So, namaste and a very good afternoon. My name is Manisha Mukherjee, and I am the co-founder of Petals. So, talking about Petals, the harsh reality of Nepal. So, before we dive into the project, I want you to know that only 29% of women work in workforce. 360k people have differentiated disorder, and traditional skills are disappearing. 300 to 400 tons of flowers are wasted every single year. So a solution to this is Petals. Every word in Petals, every letter in Petals stands for a greater good. Where P stands for peace, E for employability, T for togetherness, A for aromatic therapy, L for love, S for sustainability. Our project is driven by three major impacts. So they are environmental impact, women impact, and cultural impact. In the environmental impact, we're planning to change 480 kilograms of flower waste into 40 kg of flowers in every session. We're planning to empower women. We have our mentors who are visually impaired, and they are the one who makes the incense for us. Cultural preservation. So in cultural preservation, we're trying to save the age-old tradition. So where are we today? Talking about Petals, we started in December. So till now, we've already started monetizing the sales. We are already in the market. We have our visually impaired mentors as well, and we're trying for production sales scaling up. So moving on to the next slide, we're planning. I love this slide, sustainable through cells. We're planning to go further. So at the very end, I want to say, with Petals, the flowers that were meant to bloom will bloom again. Thank you.
This kind of scent before as well, and then the same concept has already been implemented. Product name is Full Prasad or something like that. I don't know, it's full something. Full Prasad, they get incense sticks. It's just like you are having another similar product. Like sir asked last time, why would I buy your product? Yeah? One thing. Because most of these dope are being made at home and sent to the market. And then now you have given a business of name on it. And one thing is that, why would I choose your product? And next one is what is the chances of feasibility for you to go international?
So, since Petals is an age-old tradition of making incense making, yes, but here we are transforming discarded flowers from temples and using it to make incense. Our people who make it are visually impaired, so we're also helping women sustainability, women growth at the same time. We're leveraging it, and besides that, in Nepal, 1,094,900 millions of chemical incense is imported every single year. So only if we could change that impact, if we could create an impact on that, I think we have a better chance of developing and having a better good for our ecosystem that we want to live on, we want to dream on. Yes, so that is my answer. Thank you.
I didn't get that answer. Why should I buy your product? Comparing your product with a similar product.
So the price, talking about this, the price is also feasibly the same. Also, the chemically produced incense have around 2.3 nanogram of chemically harmful incense that is like 30 times smaller than our hair. So it impacts our lungs in a very bad way. So the chemically made incense are much more harmful to us than this. So these incense are much more helpful for our health. So in that scenario, if also you want to help women, sorry about I'm very nervous right now. So these are a few of the reasons.
And the potential for international.
So we are planning, since the international market needs certification, we're planning for the certification. So for the certification, we need to go to India, and then after that, we can move on with the certification if you want to export. So the second thing is that we are planning different packaging materials, One of the packaging materials is the normal one, where and then it depends upon the price as well. And the second material is this one, where we also can plant the pepper, and it grows into certain types of flowers or seeds as required. So it has a different potential. It has a lot of things going on in the same circumstances. So yes, it is. We can and it is feasible to import it. Also, there is a very huge tradition where people use incense for yogas and to have a mental peace. And this is one of the most reason that might people want to buy it. If it's chemical free, if it's much more good for your health, then why not? Thank you.
Thanks for your presentation. Can you explain me slightly more about the logistics and the cost of it, like cost of collecting flowers, because from different collecting of waste, proper segregated waste is a big challenge. It's very costly. Second, what is your overall price competitiveness? And third, why do you think others have not produced chemical-free incense till date? Why do you think? Is it by choice, or is it too costly for them? Because there are hundreds of players in this incense business, right? So they must have also thought of wellness products where they want to be chemical-free. What is stopping them from doing it, or they are already doing it? You have just you have not explored or researched.
I think the chemically produced incense are mostly imported from China, and we are moreover B2B system in Nepal is more common, so that they don't have to produce it. They are more likely to sell it directly to the rather than producing it. They want to sell it. They want to be a middleman, which has much more cost. So I think that is one of the reasons. Second, being since we need to collect all the flowers from the temples, there is a limitation. Yes, and that's the limitation. So all the flowers needs to be collected. It needs to be sun dried, and then it needs to be hand separated, and then it needs to be blended with different materials such as kapoor and much more. And a few ingredients goes in. So these ingredients are again a part of a cost. And these are a lot of work that goes in the process, and then people already have things that is in the market, and they just want to be a middleman and sell it for easier growth and for their own convenience in a way. So I think that is the reason people still haven't chosen to go with the organic incense, as it is much more of a work. And yes, that's it.
I have one question. I have been having this organic incense, as you say, in my house from the time I was born. There's no difference. Okay, so it's not something new. But okay, now you're going into it as a venture, as a business, as an entrepreneur. So what would be the attraction that I buy your incense and not the one I go to Arsan and buy? Or make it at home?
So we always believed in Petals that Petals is not just about craft. Petals is a movement towards sustainability. And yes, since this is our tradition, that is not being passed on to the generation, that is missing out in our day-to-day life. So with Petals, we are trying to connect older generation and younger generation by doing various types of workshops and much more. And in this product, we have, the best part is that we have visually impaired people who make it. So yes, it might not be different from the one you have in your home, but then the impact it is creating, it's a simple incense, it's a very simple thing. So for example, if we are to do something on a bike, it might take 2 to 3 years to research or something, but this is something that can be done within 3 minutes. That can be learned and taught within 3 minutes of the time. So it is small, a very small thing, but that has a very big impact in people's lives. And also it's like much more like a ripple effect, where 1% of the ideas goes to action. Right?
I heard that these days getting this used to flowers is also very expensive because Pujari are asking money. It's not only Petals going there, but there are lots of other factories are going there to collect it. Is it true?
Fortunately for us, that is not the case, because we live in a place where, we live in a country where everywhere you go there are temples and mandirs, every courtyard there are temples and mandirs. And it's very easy for us to get the flowers, right flowers to be honest. And then in the festival season such as Dasai and Tihar, last time we collected over 400 kilograms of flowers, and they're still using that item to make incense right now. So it's very easy for us, fortunately, at this moment. Thank you.
This is not a question, but this is just a suggestion for you. Like, you see, whenever I do business, I look at myself first, will I buy that product or not? Okay? Smell is good. No, it's up to you, okay? I will only buy this product for one reason, not the other product. If you say the flower came from a temple, have you ever thought about eating that? Religious is a very, very big marketing tool. Have you ever thought about that? That's a suggestion to you.
So we're like giving second life to the flowers, and thank you so much for this solution.
Okay.
My question for you is, what is your, as Sir said just now, you have to have a very distinctive marketing plan to penetrate. As you said that the numbers of the incense that we import is quite low. So what is your distinctive marketing approach to penetrate the market?
Right now we have a very simple tactic marketing strategy. That is, we do not sell B2C directly at the moment. We do, but in a very less way. So we directly do B2B. So there are a lot of stores in Mangal Bazaar, Patan area, October TV area, where they sell this kind of incense, and we sell them in bulk. So when we are selling it in bulk, it's around 40,000 pieces at a time. And it's a very easy strategy because our workers, mentors, they make it, and then we package it and we sell it directly. So there is no middleman, no cost cutting. We just sell it directly, and that's our marketing at the time. Later on, since we're still established for like 6 months, later on we want to level it as per the pricing. So if we're importing, we want to add a box on it where artists can have their art, for example this one, art on the box, and could have a much more variation. The product is same, but we want it to look better and have a bigger price for a bigger profit. Second, we can just go for the pepper that can be used. Once you use the incense, you can also use this pepper to plant, and this pepper has seeds in it, so you can just use this as well. So we're not going for any plastic. So this will be second price range, and the cheapest one will be the one that you find in the wholesale market in the local temples. So for now, that is our marketing strategy. We want it to be very simple. We do not want to complicate it. I know that marketing is a very hard game, but just we want people to know what we are doing. Yes, it's very simple. We're selling incense, but we also want to let people know that it's not just about craft. We're doing more than that.
So my next question is, so you're satisfied with a small chunk of market, you don't want to grow?
No, I absolutely do want to grow. So that is why we're leveling up the strategies. The first level is the simple packaging. Since the incense, everyone might think the incense is the same product. How would we scale up? We're not scaling up the product, we're scaling up the packaging for the better pricing to go internationally. So I don't think we can ship incense in a plastic in the international market. That is why we have a strategy to go for a box instead to the bigger price.